Hello, thanks for stopping by. Today, I'm going to talk about 2025 in the Portland real estate market. What happened, what's happening today in January 2026, and how all of this might apply to our market moving forward, because obviously that's what we care about the most. I have a few things that I want to run by you today, and be sure to stick around to the end because there's a really interesting news nugget that I don't know if you saw, but for anyone who's really interested in Portland or the Oregon real estate market, I think you'll want to see this. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's take a look back at 2025 here. I'm going to take you through some things here. So inventory, one of my favorite numbers, as you know, in December it was just slightly higher than 23 and 24. So it was at 2.9 months of inventory, and if you don't know, it basically is how fast all the inventory of the current housing market would sell if no other buyers came into the market right now. So it's basically how fast places are selling and how many houses there are. So 2.9 months of inventory. In 2.7 and 2.7 and 23, 24. So we're pretty flat, a little bit up. The one thing that I think is really interesting about this is for much of the year, we were actually quite a bit higher. Like here, we were almost a full month higher. Here, half a month. Here, almost a full month. Here, actually hit a full month. So seems like we're kind of falling back in line in terms of inventory from where we were the last couple of years. I think that that's probably a good thing for most people, especially sellers. We don't want, if inventory gets too high, we're going to start to see the market really drop. So, at one point, I'm here. Sorry, let me finish this thought. We did get, we were kind of creeping up 3.5, 3.8. I thought if this kept going into the fours, and beyond, maybe we'd start to really get worried about prices dropping to some significance. But here we go, came right back into a little bit up and down here at the end of the year. So if you look back to the last couple of years, you'll see it should drop, inventory should drop as we get into these spring months where a lot more buyers come out in force. So this is really the biggest news right now. Interest rates literally just hit the 52 week low. So for the last year, if you see here for January 15th, this is from Freddie Mac. The 30-year fixed is at 6.06%. That's nationwide. And if you look at this 52-week range, 6.06%. I mean, we're as low as we've been for a year. So something for you buyers to keep in mind. Prices right now in Portland almost surely will go up over the next 6 months. Interest rates are as low as they've been. It's a great time to buy if you're interested. If you've been kind of sitting on the sideline, I don't know when there will be a better time to buy. If interest rates keep going down, then you can refinance. But if they keep going down into, let's say, 5.5%, 5%, I mean, there's been a backlog of demand. And so I really think prices are going to start shooting up if interest rates do drop. So, fair warning here, if you're a buyer out there, now might be an ideal time to jump in on this. So now I want to really look into 2025 as compared to 2024, both for the month of December and then also year to date. So let's first look at December. So new listings were down 5.9%, pending sales down 6.9%. This is all you can see on this line here. Closed sales were up 6.5%. So it's kind of interesting. New listings and pending sales went down, closed sales went up. Seems like a little conflicting there. And then the median sale price, it was up 1.9% from last year. So the last few months before this, I don't know if you've been watching this video, but you'll see it's really been tracking evenly. But in December, we finally got a little bit of a bump from 2024 prices. And the total market time is up almost 10%. So time to sell is taking longer for sure. And I'm noticing that in my business as well. Year to date, how does this compare year over year? New listings are up 2.5%, which is evidenced in the inventory levels. Pending sales up just 0.7%. Closed sales up 1.4%. This is interesting. The closed sales, the last 3 years, 2023, 24, 25, we've had some of the lowest sale transaction volume in the last 30 years. So while it's up 1.4%, it's also 1.4% up higher from really low level amount of sales, especially when you consider um, these sales levels really harken back to like the mid 90s, and we have like 80 more million people in the country. So um, it really shows how stagnant the market is compared to the last many years. So that also gets back to my point a little bit about when interest rates go down. Given that the transaction volume is down so much, that when interest rates go down, there is pent up demand, I believe, and we will see the market really take off when rates drop. So so again, another reason why now could be truly a good time to buy. Median sale price up 1.1%, and the total market time again is up 14.3%. So even though it's taking longer to sell, sellers are still getting about what they were selling, or a little bit more than what they were getting last year. So here's this national news I wanted to talk to you about and show you. This really surprised me, honestly, and it's actually funny. I was talking to my mom last week about the state of movement in Oregon. Back in, I can't remember exactly what years, but I think 2016, 2017, Oregon was pacing the nation, and in Portland, an appreciation and inbound moves, and you know, so and then we were having net negative. People were moving out. Last year at this time, what I saw in the graph was like uh, people outbound moves, and then it was trending up. 2024, it was still negative, but it was like kind of like a pointing upwards. So it was really, I was talking to my mom. I was like, yeah, I'm really interested to see what this number comes out at for inbound moves to Portland or to Oregon in 2025. It was pointing up, but who knows where it was going to go from there. And here we are. Oregon is number one in inbound moves in 2025. I don't know about you. I was pretty surprised in 2016, 17, around that time when we were just super hot as a state and as a city. I felt it. I wasn't surprised. I'm not. I'm a little bit surprised right now. I didn't feel it last year the way I felt it before. So, anyways, I think it's super interesting information. I think that's generally a good sign for the state and the city that people are coming here, and we'll see how it plays out and what that means in the future. But you would think that is a good indication that things look positive for homeowners. So, anyways. If there's anything I could do to help, please let me know. I'm always here for you. All my contact information is below in the description of the video. And if you like this video and want to see more of this in the future, please do subscribe and like the video. I would really appreciate your support. And anything I can do to help, like I said, let me know. Thanks so much and have an awesome day.